Hey there, Ronnie Bincer here with a helpful Hangout tip. You know, when you're using your Hangout tool and you're doing one of these Hangouts, one of the coolest things you can do is add in what are called lower thirds. And within the lower third Hangout app, there's a thing called a custom overlay. A custom overlay lets you do all kinds of neat things as far as graphics on the screen. So what you see right here is one that I made for a concert tonight, and that was taking place in Times Square, or at least showing on a billboard in Times Square. And this was a really cool event, so I made a custom graphic for that. And I discovered something in the process of doing that I just didn't know would work. And it's pretty cool, so I want to point that out to you. If you'll note, the Times Square graphic itself has a sort of a glow around it, and that's something I did in Photoshop. I did what's called an outer glow as one of the effects you can add to your text layer, in essence. And what I did is I loaded it as a custom graphic the normal way that I'm using what's called the Hangout Toolbox. That's this thing over here, Hangout Toolbox. And within it, I'm using the Hangout lower third, which is the first item you'll see on the right side once you select your Hangout Toolbox. And what I did is I initially loaded the custom overlay and then I saved it. And if you'll note down here, you can have saved settings. So I've got one here called Times Square. If I turn it off, then you see that's gone. Looks kind of naked, doesn't it? So turn it back on and you get to see the graphic. Now I'm mirroring it so that it looks right for me. You can mirror or not, it doesn't matter, but for the sake of the video, I wanted it to read right. So here we go. We've got Times Square custom overlay on, and then what I did here is where it says custom overlay, you can actually turn the same graphic on again and watch what happens. So I'm going to click, right now it's set to off. If I turn it on, see it kind of glows there on the outside, extra glow. So turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. So I was in this concert, Daria Musk was doing it, showing up on the bottom in her thumbnail area, and I would just basically turn this on, turn it off, with the idea it's sort of like a glowing billboard thing because she's doing this thing and it's going to show up in the Hangout, or the first Hangout that I know of that's ever been broadcast live in Times Square through one of the big through one of the big billboards. So I thought this was kind of a neat effect. Once I figured out that it worked, I was just going through the whole time, just turning it on, turning it off, giving it that effect that I thought was kind of neat. So hopefully that's something that you like. I think it's a pretty cool tip. If you like that tip, go ahead and add me to your circles on Google+. I talk a lot about Hangouts and how they are a great magical tool and all the neat things you can do within them. And I'd be happy to guide you through the process. If you want more specific details and you want to have more intimate conversation with me, go ahead and sign up on that thing down there. That is my new masterclass environment. It's called GooTubePlus.com/masterclass. We'll see you around.